an addition of AI is a more dangerous for the humanity. And people here sitting here, we are very optimistic that let's evolve the consensus to set up some norms about the excessive use of AI, especially in the warfare. So thank you so much for today's. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends from Russia. I'm Dr. Sandeep Tripathi from India, New Delhi. Today I will be speaking on artificial intelligence and how it is shaping the new world order. On this topic, I will be focusing on the two particular segments. One is how it is reordering the power hierarchy in the evolving global order. That means a restructuring of the balance of power. And the other factor I will be discussing on how it is going to change and affect the landscape of warfare. So let's start. As we know that AI, artificial intelligence, has emerged as a game changer in shaping the landscape of geopolitics, especially the balance of power. But this question, the balance of power and its corresponding impact on geopolitics is nothing new, especially to context of artificial intelligence. Let me decode the history of technology and how it has changed the landscape of geopolitics since 18th century. The world has witnessed the three major industrial revolutions, and including today the fourth industrial revolution 4.0. So let us start the first industrial revolution, and that was the place of Britain. Dear friends, if Britain became the global manufacturer and from regional power to the global power, it's just because of the invention of steam engine. It's just because of the steam power. One country that was limited, consolidated only the European power, but soon after it has become the global power. This was the strength of technology, steam power. And other lots of inventions took place there. And because of that, I'm not talking about the reordering the power structure. Because during that time, at least after the 2 centuries, 19th centuries and the 20th century was dominated by the Great Britain, and just because of the so many technological innovations. So these revolutionary innovations may have a deep impact from the history. It's not nothing for the AI. AI is somehow the extension of that kind of history. And during the 20th century, mid-20th century, we have seen, especially during the Second World War, the use of radio and the television, how information was managed, how the narratives of warfare has been managed during the Second World War. Even especially the propaganda ministry was created. So we can understand the kind of revolution, the kind of impact of radio and television. So this kind of revolutionary innovations during the mid-20th century again impacted the course and the trajectory of balance of power. So those who control technology will control the balance of power. And today, let me quote Honorable Prince President, Russian President, 2017, Vladimir Putin had stated, whoever controls in this sector will become the leader of the world. This is somehow the importance, and this is somehow the growing importance of artificial intelligence. But the question is not here the reordering the power structure. It is obvious and it is very natural that each and every epoch, technology, as I discussed, technology has changed the course of thinking in all respects, but especially focused to the balance of power. But if we talk about the geopolitics, traditionally, so we always talked about the warfare. And the means of production, let me quote again the Marxist philosophy. In India, Marxist philosophy is very prominent, and I'm coming from that institution, Jawaharlal Nehru University. And this philosophy says, those who control economy control the narratives. And today, again there is the warfare, and the warfare is not all about the country's geographical size, military capabilities, even natural resources as a weapon, and small military size. Despite having all the determining factor in the war and determining the country's geopolitical profile, today AI, artificial intelligence, is affecting the country's profile. Though the country's size is small, but the way it has changed the course of action, the way it has changed the dimension of warfare, so those countries who control technology, blockchain, clouding, AI, so obviously they will control the narratives of information, because they all are talking about the information warfare. Nobody knows information, where information is coming. Nobody knows the visuals, nobody knows the videos. And during this ecosystem, the calculation of traditional balance of power has been totally changed. Now AI is likely to disrupt the existing norms of the balance of power. And for example, Taiwan and Singapore, small country, but they are empowered for the semiconductors. And in fact, in my country, in India, the world the second largest mobile users and digital infrastructure. So we are very tax-heavy people in India. So this is somehow the country's profile is getting changed just because of the exercise and adaptation of the AI. But as I pointed out that into the warfare, it has changed the course of action. As I pointed out, that you may have a large territory, you may have a large army, you may have natural resources. It was prevalent, it was the dominant during the mid-20th century and early 21st century. But now today, and that's why the superpower, there is a competition about the AI. And after 2017, it has become the battlefield, how to control, how to invest, especially defense for the AI development. So this is something, the evolution, and this is something the countries are competing with AI innovations and this kind of technological innovations. But as we know, when the radio and television was discovered, there was apprehension, there was some skeptical views, people were apprehensive. But today, the same case today, as during the Cold War we have seen the weaponization of the arms, and today we are very apprehensive the weaponization of AI, and that's why the international society, international community, United Nations, international law are grappling to adopt, to regulate the use of automated weapons. Because automated weapons, we should establish a common consensus about the regulation of automated weapons. So this is something that concern, but I hope that the near future, because as I explained that the